All right. Welcome back to Trolls Toys. Figure reviews, toy hunts, unboxing and rankings, etc. All right. Welcome back to Trolls Toys for another episode of this week's Toy Haul, episode 19. And coming in on Friday, June 13th. From eBay, we got in the Python Crimson Guard, number 66 in the classified series, who we did not have, at a great price with free shipping. So I decided we would pick it up. Coming in from a tag sale in Stafford Springs, Connecticut, that my fiance stumbled upon last week, but I just received them on Friday the 13th. We got 1984 Spirit Iron Knife and Freedom. We got 1983 Destro. 1984 we got Deep Six. 1990 we got Mercer. 1982 we got Rock and Roll, and he's got broken thumbs, but that's all right. 1992 we got Gung Ho. Also from 1992 we got the Cobra Eel with all of his gear. From 1988, I'm pretty sure this is a guy named Windmill, but we got 9 3 3/4 Joes, the 8 that I just showed you, and then 1985 Sergeant Slaughter, and he's missing his baton, but I just thought this was great. She was sending me pictures, called me on the phone. I was like, yes, please. We got them basically like 10, 11 bucks a piece. For all these 3 3/4 Joes. Sergeant Slaughter, I think, is worth half of that by himself. So I was really stoked to get Sergeant Slaughter and Spirit Iron Knife in particular, and Deep Six, right? Because they all look complete. From that same tag sale, we got a Kiko from the classified series. I know she's not popular. We got a couple of her now. I think we can just use her body for customization purposes, right? $5. Same tag sale, 2021 AEW, we got Luchasaurus, now known as Kill Switch, $5. From 1998, we got Forearm Smash Ric Flair, got the $5.99 Kmart sticker still on it, $5. And last pickup from that tag sale in Stafford Springs, Connecticut, we got Orko from 2020, Masters of the Universe, $5. Saturday, June 14th, 2008, Galactic Heroes Star Wars, Dewback, 50 cents, Salvation Army, couldn't pass it up. Still Saturday, June 14th, from an indoor tag sale in Worcester, Massachusetts, we got this 2010 World Peacekeeper, Knockoff Joe, Power Team Elite, on a camel, which is why I got it, $2. We got this Star Wars Andor, Cassian Andor, in the all Donnie mission garb from that same tag sale, $3. Last pickup from that indoor tag sale in Worcester on the 14th, we got 2001 Fisher Price Rescue Heroes, Billy Blazes. And if I didn't say it, $5. All right, Sunday, June 15th, we went back to one of our new favorite spots, the Grafton Flea Market. And all these next ones came from the same vendor. So we got Mystic Knights Angus by Sabin, 1998. We got Cops and Crooks, Bowser, 1988. And then this guy, I didn't know, but I thought he was badass looking. This apparently is from the Duel Masters series. This is the Fear Fang Werewolf, and he's from 2003. So we got these 3 figures and a bunch more figures I'm about to show you, all in a package deal. So we got these 3 and all these 3 3/4 Joes that I'll go through for $15. All right, starting out, we got 1993 Snake Eyes. 2002, we got the Neo Viper. From 2005, we got the Imperial Guard, and we got a battle damaged Imperial Guard that maybe we can fix up. From 2002, we got Wild Weasel. I'm a little bit confused by this one because when I look it up, it says it's a Crimson Guard, but he's in black. But we got 3 of them. He's from 2005. We got the Nitro Viper from 2009. We got Firefly from 2004. We got Scrap Iron from 2004. Cobra Officer from 2009. We got Duke Hauser from 2009. We got an Iron Grenadier from 2003. And we got Nullifier from 2004. So we got 15 3 3/4 Joes, the Mystic Knight, the Dual Master Fearfang, and the Cops and Crooks Bowser for 15 bucks. I thought that was a deal I couldn't pass up. All right, coming in from the next vendor, the Grafton Flea Market, we picked up Lightfoot from 88, Annihilator from 89, Countdown from 89, and Toxo Viper from 88. And these are all just figures. And then we also got chintzy little Nitro from American Gladiators from 1991. So we got this as a bundle deal as well that I thought was a really good price. So added heavily to our 3 3/4 Joes at the flea market on Sunday, June 15th. All right, also from Grafton Flea Market, and this is all part of a package deal. We're going to start out with these 3 guys. We got Sewer Samurai Leo, figure only, 1990. Tattoo, figure only, 1991. Stone Cold Steve Austin, 1997. He's a little beat up. I think we can magic erase him though. We got Atomic Elbow Kurt Hennig from 1998. And some Lucy's by McFarlane Toys, Walking Dead. We got Daryl Dixon. We got Merle Dixon. And I haven't got them out the pack yet because I got to get all their weapons and stuff attached. And they need a little bit of work. And we got Rick Grimes. We also picked up some wrestling DVDs from that same vendor as part of that package deal. We got Eddie Guerrero's story and Bret the Hitman Hart. And last pickups came from That's Entertainment in Worcester, Massachusetts on my Father's Day spending spree. They had where you could get 20% off up to 2 items that were $300 or less. And I didn't want to spend huge money, but you could do it per person. So my fiance came with me, so I went up with 4 figures. These 2 I'd been eyeballing for quite a while. This is the White Dragon Ninja and General Warhawk from by Coleco, Rambo and the Force of Freedom. I believe it's 1986. So we got them at 20% off of those listed prices. So I was happy to add them. So now we have John Rambo. We have the Black Ninja. And the Rambo, we just have his gun. The Black Ninja is just a figure. But these guys, I'm pretty sure, are complete. So we got General Warhawk Shambles and the White Dragon Ninja from Rambo and the Force of Freedom. We also picked up Hachiman from 1985, LJN Thundercats. He doesn't have his sword, but he does have his helmet. But I thought he was a really crispy looking, clean figure to be 40 years old. And you know me and samurai and ninjas, right? I told you I love them. Hence why we got Sewer Samurai Leo. And hence why we got Hachiman. And our last pickup from That's Entertainment was this 1987 He-Man movie. Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. So I couldn't pass those up. So those are our pickups from Friday the 13th, Saturday the 14th, and Sunday, June 15th. All right. Continuing this week's Toy Haul, episode 19, arriving on Monday, June 16th from Valaverse. We had wanted to get this Praetorian Wraith right here. He was I think it's an exclusive to a couple of Comic Cons, and they had some leftovers, so they're 3 per customer. I don't need 3, just picked up 1. Obviously, we recently reviewed the Praetorian and the Elite Praetorian, so I thought it'd be great to add the Praetorian Wraith. While I was at it, they had this Legends of the White Dragon Translucent Rhode Island Comic Con exclusive figure from last year, I think, on sale for a substantial discount. We decided to go ahead and pick up number 512 in the series, the Ghost Operator, right? And his package is a little bit damaged, but that's okay. He didn't say wounded, but it's all right, right? We open our Action Force anyway. And then we got this Kill Switch upgrade pack because it was on sale. We don't have Kill Switch, but I know Valaverse, you can use all the parts on all the different figures. So we figured we do have like a generic Desert Warfare female. We might just put the head on Desert Republic Guard. That's what it is. So we might just tinker and try to do that. But this is our pickups from Valaverse Action Force on Monday, June 16th. Continuing pickups from Monday, June 16th. We were still on this the search for Ultimate Stone Cold. We went to 9 Walmarts last week looking for Jimmy and Jay and Drew and Ultimate Stone Cold. We found Jimmy, Jay, and Drew last week, but we didn't find Stone Cold. So our first Walmart stop, just a shit ton of Lex Lugers, but we did find Mo from the Simpsons line of figures. So we now have Krusty, Homer, Bart, Lisa, Groundskeeper Willie, and Mo. I'm not getting them all, just the key characters that I want. I was really looking for Marge and Maggie, who I'd seen once in the wild before, didn't pick up, and probably should have. This was Walmart in North Oxford, Massachusetts, if I didn't say it. And our second stop on Monday, June 16th, was Walmart in Leicester, Massachusetts, where they had 2 Ultimate Stone Colds. So I picked up one. I left one. Probably could have flipped it on eBay, but left it for one of you guys or somebody else out there that, like me, that was looking for him. But super happy to add Ultimate Stone Cold to the collection. Arriving Tuesday, June 17th from Hasbro Pulse, we got Retro Card Dr. Mindbender. You might have saw that I got this figure last week and I said I probably should have ordered 2 because I like to keep them on card. Well, I did. So we're going to open this one. And also on Tuesday, June 17th, I had to go to Usonet, Massachusetts. Not sure how you say it. Freetown, Massachusetts, to teach a class. And on the way back, I decided to stop in Easton, Massachusetts at the Emporium of retro and interesting collectibles. And I got to tell you, that store, fucking amazing. Right? Awesome. So I walked in, it looked very eclectic. So I just started asking. I was like, you wouldn't by chance have Donatello as the Invisible Man, would you? Bam, he went in the back and here he is. Right, this is the only Turtles Universal Monsters crossover I was missing, including the new Shredder as Dracula. So super stoked to get Donatello as the Invisible Man. We spent quite a bit of money at the Emporium of retro and interesting collectibles, but we picked up quite a few things that were on our sort of grail list, right, in our rookie toy collecting career. And obviously I'm gonna have to dial back, right, or I'm gonna go broke. But I was happy to pick up Donatello as the Invisible Man. I said, you don't happen to have the Terror Dog leg from the Hasbro Ghostbusters Spengler, do you? Because I have Spengler, but I need the Build-A-Figure part. He went in the back, bam, here he is. And he basically just gave me Spengler at regular good old retail price when it came out, right? So we're just going to take the leg out and then we're going to trade this Spengler in because we already have it, but we can complete the Terror Dog, knock it off of our list, and in essence completed our Ghostbusters collection. If we find the Zedmore Stance and Venkman that make the Sentinel Terror Dog for cheap, we might pick those up because we're like halfway through the Sentinel Terror Dog. But otherwise, yet another pickup that I've been searching for quite a while. The leg for the Terror Dog. I said, you don't happen to have any WWE Ultimate Editions, do you? Apparently he's got like one portion of the store that he curates and opens on Saturdays when he gets in all the new stuff to show it off, and he kept pulling stuff from there. He's like, oh yeah, we got several, and just read off a bunch of names. And look here, we got the Macho Man, Randy Savage, from 2020. We got the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, from 2022. And I had forgot my little book where I try to keep track of the figures that I'm looking for. So I couldn't remember a bunch of the classifieds, but I was like, you don't happen to have number 12 in the classified series, do you? He's just a random Cobra Trooper. Bam! Sure enough, he did. So we knocked off another hard to find G.I. Joe from our list. I looked behind the counter and said, is that Ripcord from the Dragonfly? And he said, yeah, it is. And I was like, wow. And he goes, I got the Dragonfly in the back. Do you have that? And I said, no. I have Glinda and Crazy Legs, but I don't have Ripcord or Wild Bill. And he's like, well, I only have the Dragonfly and Ripcord. So we worked out a good deal, right? So Ripcord came home with us. All right. Also from the Emporium of Retro and Interesting Collectibles in Easton, Massachusetts, he had a bunch of loose figures in cases in Ziploc bags all over the place. And we found this Coleco Rambo Force of Freedom Savage Gripper figure. Just a figure only. But we're working on this line, so we picked him up. Great price. And then the 1984 Remco Secret of the Ninja Kung Fu Master. Right? And we picked him up as well. Once again, just figure only, but couldn't pass him up. We also got 1998 Jack Specific, the Lethal Weapon, Steve Blackman. And 1998 Jack Specific Hardcore Holly. I got to do some magic erasing, but that's okay. These are just, he had just a huge bin of Lucy wrestling figures. And we're working on, I think this is the BCA line is what this is called. I don't really know, but whatever this line is, I love these figures, along with the 2003 Jack Specific. So I seem to like 97, 98, 2003. So we were happy to add these two guys. And had to go mobile. Last but not least, like I said, we spent a bunch of money, but we got all kinds of shit that we were looking for. This is the Dragonfly. Like I said, he just had the Dragonfly and Ripcord. So Minty still in the package. Box 1, box 2. Right. So here's the Dragonfly, and we'll have to stay tuned for another video where we get this thing out of the box and put together. So like I said, we now have the Dragonfly, we have Glinda, we have Crazy Legs, and we have Ripcord. We're just missing Wild Bill. I know it's a rather unorthodox way to go about getting the Dragonfly, but I was able to use trade credit at That's Entertainment in Worcester for Glinda and Crazy Legs over the past couple of months, because I was just new in the hobby, right? And then we found Ripcord and the Dragonfly at this store today. So we just decided to pull the trigger. We either got to keep our eye out for Wild Bill or hope that Hasbro comes out with a retro card Wild Bill that we can pair with the Dragonfly. But I was super stoked with my pickups today. Probably be it for the week, I think. We do have a couple of items coming in from Amazon that I'll add in probably, but you probably won't see much more in the way of pickups this week, because we've already exhausted quite a bit of funds. But happy to add this. Got to figure out where we're going to put it. That's always a collector's problem. Means I'm going to have to shuffle around the collection and get things replaced so we can make room for the Dragonfly. All right, got to go back in time a day to Monday, June 16th, because I forgot. I'd seen people saying they were finding the Coliseum collection, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Ted DiBiase at Ollie's. So I stopped by Ollie's in Seekonk, Massachusetts. And sure enough, they had 7 of them, right? And before you get mad, they weren't taped shut, right? So I decided to open them to see that the figures looked good, right? So I did. And of the 7, 2 of them were the retro or the black card limited edition variant. So those are the 2 that I decided to pick up, right? Was the black card variants. So we got the $1 Million Man. And we got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And they both look pretty good to me. So I'm going to keep one. And I'm going to flip one. And I already have the blue cards of these, so I'll probably get rid of the blue card, my blue cards as well. All right, continuing this week's toy haul from Thursday, June 19th. It was a holiday for me at work, so we got to go to 2 of our favorite stores. That's Entertainment in Worcester, Massachusetts, and Legends Video Games and More in Granby, Massachusetts. And at That's Entertainment, we took a bunch of figures. We took the Die Another Day Halle Berry as Jinx Barbie by Mattel from 2008 that we found at the flea market for $10 and got quite a substantial trade credit for it. We took the black card variant $1 Million Man and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat Coliseum collection figures that we got at Ollie's and got a substantial credit for that. And then we just traded off some other figures that we did not want. Some Elites, WWE, and some Legends and what have you. Didn't pick up many figures, picked up some Blu-rays, picked up some G.I. Joe comics, but the two figures that we did pick up from That's Entertainment were Colonel Troutman from Rambo and the Force of Freedom line, Coleco, 1985-86. And then this newer version of Sunman. I know he wasn't a popular figure, I just think he looks cool, so we decided to pick him up. And that's our pickups from That's Entertainment in Worcester, Massachusetts. And we have quite a substantial trade credit left. I was trying to get 1/12 scale Mezco to Punisher from the That's Entertainment in Fitchburg, but somebody beat me to him. That's how it goes, I suppose. Coming in from Savers in Worcester, Massachusetts, we got another little Jurassic Park Jeep. I think it's probably missing the roll cage. I don't care because we can see the figures this way. $2.50 to use with our 3 3/4 Joes and core figures. And then we went out to Legends, Video Games, and More and traded some little Pokemon toys from my boys when they were small that we found in the basement, trying to clean out the basement. We traded some Marvel Legends, some WWE main events, and some other miscellaneous figures that we didn't have room for in the collection. We didn't make money, we didn't lose money, but hey, it's always fun to visit Chris and his store. It's awesome. So we basically just traded and then gave him like 25 extra bucks for the stuff you're going to see now. So we got this X-Men brown suit Wolverine, I'm going to call him. I'm not big on Marvel Legends, but I just thought we'll have Wolverine in the yellow and blue, and now we get him in the yellow and brown. Also from Legends, we got this Loyal Subjects Best Action Angus Young from AC/DC. I just thought that was a cool little fig. I don't have any music figures, but we do now. Now, what you won't see pictures out at Legends, I picked up a couple of Blu-rays, a DVD, and a bunch of VHS, getting back into VHS. But we did get some figures, and here's two more. We got 1998 Jack Pacific Triple H, or maybe he was still 100 Hearst Helmsley then, I'm not positive. And we got 1999 Titantron Live, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And then a couple of weeks back at the Grafton, Massachusetts flea market, we got like 36 loose core figures for 20 bucks. Well, there was 2 Star Wars and one G.I. Joe, and all the rest were core by Leonard Toys. And he had some in the package, so we got this Landstrider, the Core versus the Curse from 2019. We got this, the Collection, which is the Tank Cycle Combat Rover with 4 core figures, and then we got the X-79 Assault Tank with 2 Curse figures. And then we got Spade from the Core. Flying Force, we got Shrapnel from the Curse. We got Titan from the Curse. And we got Plague from the Curse. And don't pay attention to these prices. We got quite a good package deal on these core figures. I know they're chintzy knockoff G.I. Joes. And I don't think I ever had them when I was small, or if they even existed, but I like them a lot. And to find them in the package, I thought it was cool. And rounding out our pickups from Legends, Video Games, and More, we got this Funko G.I. Joe mystery box. It says it contains 6 items from 2022. So we're going to open it and see what's in it. All right, let's see if I can do this. So we got this little Funko thing opened up. I'm not expecting a lot. 6 items. Looks like a mini poster. Oh, we got a G.I. Joe dog tag. That's pretty sweet. We got a Snake Eyes. I don't know what the hell that is. We'll open that up. Oh, we got a G.I. Joe sticker. That's pretty cool. Can always use stickers. Got an official membership card for G.I. Joe. Let's see what this little mini poster is. And then we did get a pup. I said I wasn't getting pups. I guess I didn't know what was in the mystery box. But the last item in the mystery box is obviously a pup. So this is like a pop G.I. Joe mini poster. Okay. And so this Snake Eyes thing is like a badge holder with a lanyard G.I. Joe. That's pretty cool. I mean, I think this is worth $10. So we got the G.I. Joe lanyard, G.I. Joe dog tag, sticker, membership card, the mini poster, and I guess we do have a pup now because we got Profit Director Destro. And then rounding out this week's toy haul, arriving from Amazon today, June 19th. We had some points on Amazon, so we got new Eternia Motu Roboto. And that's been this week's toy haul, episode 19. As always, this has been Trolls Toys. I truly appreciate you watching my videos, and we'll see you soon.